Guys, today I'm going to teach you how to do a fishless or axolotless cycle. I'm not going to teach you how to do an axolotl cycle or a fish cycle simply because I don't like it. It's a lot more hassle. You can kill your axolotls, you can kill your fish, and it's just easier and better to do it this way in my opinion. So to start off, what we're going to do is we're going to add an ammonia source. Since we're not using an axolotl, we're not using a fish, we're going to use a pure ammonia source. I go to my local fish shop has the Dr. Tim's just ammonium chloride solution. It has simple to use instructions right on the front. With this, you add one drop per gallon of water you have in your tank. For example, these are 40-gallon tanks. Add 40 drops, and that'll give you about 4 parts per million. So if you're not using something like this, you can go to a hardware store or whatever, they'll have pure ammonium. You're going to want to add as much ammonium as you need to get to 4 parts per million. You're not really going to want any more or any less. If you're struggling, I'd say go for less rather than more. If you have too much ammonia, you're going to kill that good bacteria you're trying to make. This is the food for the good bacteria right here. If you have too much of it, it's going to kill it. If you don't have enough of it, it's either going to slow your cycle down, or it's not going to cycle it at all. So, pure ammonia source. That's step one. Add your ammonia. You want to do is when you test for that 4 parts per million, you go on and use a drip test system. Don't use those little tablet paper-based ones. They don't work. They're going to give you readings that aren't going to be very, very precise, as if you're using a drip test system. Step 2. Eventually you will see your ammonium start to drop. You're going to want to add more ammonium to get back up to 4 parts per million. I'd wait for the ammonium to drop to 1 parts per million before adding back up to 4. Once this starts occurring, that means you're starting to make nitrite. So start testing for nitrite. You may not see nitrate right away though. So if you see ammonium drop and you test for nitrates and you don't see nitrites, if you don't see nitrites, that's completely normal. Just wait a few more days, you will see that nitrite form. So just keep adding your ammonium till it gets to 4 parts per million. As it drops to 1, eventually then you will see your nitrites start to rise. Step 3. You will then start to see your nitrates start falling. When your nitrates start falling, that means nitrates are being formed, but you may not see them yet. But still, aquarium for ammonia, start testing your aquarium for nitrites, start testing it for nitrates. Even though you may not see those nitrates yet, they are forming. So like I said before, just keep adding your ammonia until it gets to 4 parts per million. Once it drops down to 1, add up to 4 again. Just keep doing this. You will see nitrates start forming. Now you should start seeing nitrates when you test for your water. This is good. This is the final part in cycling. Your tank isn't fully cycled yet, but it's well on its way to being fully cycled. What you need to do is just keep adding that ammonia. Once it drops to 1, add it back up to 4 again. I can't stress that enough. Wait till it drops to 1 and then go to 4. Don't let it go any lower. Don't let it get any higher than 4. So eventually you will see that you have no ammonia, you have no nitrites, but you have nitrates. That means that all your ammonia, all of your nitrites have all been cycled to nitrates. This is good. This means your tank is either fully cycled or very close to being fully cycled. So don't add any fish or axolotls yet. Wait until you test it one last time. Put 4 parts per million of ammonia in. Wait a day. If by the next day there is no ammonia, there is no nitrites, and you have only nitrates, your tank is cycled. And you can start adding your axolotls, you can start adding your fish. Pointers, a couple tips of cycling. Doing water changes doesn't get rid of good bacteria. Good bacteria doesn't live in the water. It lives on surfaces, so it lives on your decorations. It lives on your biological filtration. Biological filtration has pores so it has more surface area to live on, so it can actually live inside a little sponge, whereas like a rock or something only has that outer surface area, so it's not going to have a lot of good bacteria in it. You can also use live bacteria in a bottle. I wouldn't recommend using anything except for Dr. Tim's One and Only. That's the only thing I have experience with. I don't know. I couldn't tell you if the other ones work or not for sure. I just use Dr. Tim's One and Only, and it's always worked for me, so I use it. It's a little pricey, but if you want your tank to cycle faster, I'd use Dr. Tim's One and Only. Also, instead of you could also use if you have a friend who has a tank, grab some of his decorations, put it in your tank, or if he has something like this, you can just take some of his out, put it in yours. That's gonna be a pretty big start for you to cycle, because you're already gonna have that good bacteria. You're not trying to make it. Now you're just trying to multiply it rather than trying to make it as well. So it's good seeding material to add good bacteria faster to your tank. If this helped you with cycling your tank, give me a like or a subscribe. If not, give me a comment. Ask me anything you need to know about this. If there's something you just quite don't understand yet, or you feel like I didn't explain well enough for you, and I will try to give you a comment back, or maybe I'll put up another video for cycling, or just another video in general. Generally, if I have a very common question to ask, that's when I put a video up, and I'll put a video explaining how to do things. So your comments and your questions will help me make videos. It'll help me to tailor my videos towards what you guys want. So it'd be greatly appreciated. Leave me a comment, leave me questions, something about cycling if you're not quite, if you don't understand cycling still, just give me a comment and let me know. Thanks for watching.